True.
If you're even remotely
Also, Witcher tech demo. Have you guys seen it? I saw a split second of it. I must watch this video. Endymion. Yeah, isn't that like Sailor Moon's boyfriend? Endymion? Or something? Hey, Saber Demon! No gameplay though. Yeah, bro, if they're going to pull a cyberpunk again... Oh, no.
Hi, Ciri. Hope you're having a great stream.
Hey yo, it is good. CDPR said this is running on PS5. Big cap. They changed Ciri's face. Did they? Oh no, is she hot now? She looked like a very disgruntled person who wants to see the manager.
Hi. Breast.
Breast.
44-month streak holy.
Let's
almost
go.
4 years with this heaven sent of a yapper. Hope TC was good. I'm still trying to sort out my shits and get back to editing.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? I'm
No.
used to be an editor, and hopefully make it to TC or Docomi in the future.
Damn, good job. Let's go. I'm ready.
Alright, most of the footage says in really hard to see text in middle bottom, tech demo, not actual gameplay.
But surely it will be on the same quality, right? Right? Like, of course. Right?
If you're even remotely into video games, it's likely that you also saw the Witcher
Right?
4 showcase that just went live everywhere on the internet. And it was blowing everyone's minds with how gorgeous it all looked and how
I can't wait for it to blow me as well.
incredible the animations, from the way Ciri's cape falls as she jumps off her horse, to the way her facial expressions imitate
Oh shit, you're right. They did change something on her. It's like she's more feminine, question mark? Like less sulky? I don't know. She just looks kinder and nicer maybe? She put more makeup? Nah, it's just maybe she looked very old. Like she had very strong features, but now she's more like, I don't know. I'm very bad at guesstimating age. She is older, but she was like much older.
almost lifelike human emotion as she talks to the trader in that showcase as well. I don't want to get it twisted here. I'm
Wood. Yeah, wood.
not here to call CD Projekt Red liars.
Wait. Like, let me check. Wait, I will try to catch a good angle. They are actually really good with the animations too. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's hot, but she's not as hot as some of the fun projects. Witcher game mode. What's going to be Witcher 4? There you go. Witcher 4. Yeah, like.
Maybe the story is not linear and talks about Ciri in various parts of her life.
I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, am I being delusional? I feel like this one looks prettier. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the angle. Maybe it's just because she's like very grumpy here or something. Her cheek looks different. I don't know.
Call CD Projekt.
She's cute. If you would say that the CDPR did not change Ciri's face back. Ooh.
Maybe it's the cinematic effect.
Maybe. Yeah, dude, lightning can change a lot of shit. So who the fuck knows?
Red liars or try to start beef with them. I've already fought with their CEO in the past and proved their commitment to stuff like DEI even when they lied about it. But make no mistake, I still think that CD Projekt Red is a talented developer, and I do hold no ill will for the developers there that work there. But
wait, hold up. Isn't CD Projekt Red like Polish? There is like DEI in Poland? Question mark? What?
That being said, there is this deception
yeah.
amidst games from all the way back in the mid-2010s to sadly even now, where you're being sold something as one thing, but then it quickly ends up becoming something else once you've actually started to play it. So, The Witcher 4 looks amazing, at first glance at least. Everything just looks insane.
That horse is just bouncing. Dude, the game looks really good. Like, if this is just... Ooh... Okay, how much of this footage is capped though? Like, a tag demo is like something that was specifically made to flex. I remember that they promised great things with Cyberpunk.
Since we are on the Now Witcher and you mentioned you liked Andor.
Yeah.
The voice actor for Yen is Dead Ramiro, blonde ISP chick.
Nice. 100%. You think like take like 70% off of it? Oh no. I mean, okay, here's gonna be my biggest cope. Surely they have learned from what happened in Cyberpunk, right? Like, surely they wouldn't make the same mistake again. Right? Right? It's 100% sliced, it's a small sample. Surely, but like, dude, they almost went fucking bankrupt by then. Surely they wouldn't, right?
Apparently the demo is running even on a base PlayStation 5 as well, making players gasp, oh my god, this is running on a PS5?
God.
Well, imagine it on the PC or more. And as CD Projekt Red put it themselves, as seen here from PC Gamer, The Witcher 4 is promised to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever, which...
Ooh. Now, I am naive, but I'm not that naive. Oh,
I mean,
no.
The Witcher 3 still looks amazing for a game from 2015, and Cyberpunk is one of the best RPG ever now that they fixed it.
True. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this gentleman. I don't know. This is the biggest red flag when someone is gloating like this. Ooh.
I mean, God, I hope so, because the last one is now 10 years old at this point. And I still think Witcher 3 looks amazing. Then again, I'm not crazy about graphics either way. I care way more about stability and performance myself. Your game can look god tier, but if it runs horribly, what's the point? CD Projekt Red is also no stranger to having weird launches.
I mean, this looks gorgeous. Like, this is the old Witcher game, like 10 years ago or something. It looks perfectly fine.
Even The Witcher 3's launch was full of corrupted save files and bad performances across the board.
That a lot of people left CDPR after Cyberpunk except for the management, and they always know what's best.
Oh no. Witcher 3 launched as a buggy mess. Oh, then have you guys considered that maybe that's just their style? You know? It's just how it is. It's just whatever. So just like lower your expectations. You just have to remember one thing: never pre-order. Okay, that's the only thing. I know it's tempting, I know it looks good, I know that you would fuck Ciri, but never pre-order.
Board and plenty of bugged quests. Of course, now the game is amazing and runs buttery smooth. Again, though, that's 10 years later, but still, even Cyberpunk. I don't think I need to tell you how that game ran at launch if you played it, and comparing Cyberpunk today to what it released as in 2020 is honestly two very different games. I don't know about you, but I refunded Cyberpunk when it first released, and I didn't replay it till the PS5 version next-gen update finally released. And when you look at how Cyberpunk was marketed with its beautiful CGI trailers, like that first one where they show the woman in slow-mo and the guy has a gun to her head, wow, that looked amazing.
I remember this. I was just like, oh my, I remember when I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be the future, it's going to be so revolutionary. And then they said that, like, okay, we are releasing the game in like 5 years. And I was like, oh, fuck. Am I even going to be alive by then? I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ, dude, development takes so long. I can't stand it.
Then you saw how Cyberpunk released, and it was like CDPR was trolling everybody. I wager those days are hopefully behind them. I would hope anyways, whenever
Surely.
Witcher 4 does release, that it'll run well and look great. Which is why this big Unreal Engine 5 showcase of Witcher 4 was such a wow moment. Look how great this all looks. Wow, they're showing you how you can see every pine needle on a tree. Incredible, and it's a tech demo. Yep, hate to break it to you guys. I don't enjoy pissing in people's cereal all the time, but
Honestly, I do enjoy pissing into people's cereal. Also, like, surely they wouldn't make this a mistake. I keep coping myself into it that surely they wouldn't.
fortunately, it is confirmed that the Witcher 4 showcase was in fact,
no.
oh man, not real gameplay at all. And everything we just saw was essentially just a vertical slice of not what the game will actually be like, but instead simply what CDPR would want it to look like. Oh boy, but it's likely not going to actually. As Gaming Bolt here reports, which reads, the Witcher 4 tech demo doesn't represent the Witcher 4 itself. Clarifies CD Projekt Red. Oh boy, it shows.
Yeah. Bro, I already see it that you will go into a town. Half of the NPCs will just glitch out. You will not see the textures. Some of them will be just like freeze in circles. Other half of them will not even load. It's going to be laggy. You're going to get disconnected.
Showcases the powerful foundation we're building in close collaboration with Epic Games to push open world design further.
Classic
So
T-pose.
everything we just saw, all the gorgeous foliage, those beautiful horses, all the back riding looks so
Bro, who the fuck looks at the horses? Look at her. She's so hot. God damn. She does look hot. But the thing is that she looks so beautiful that I don't think this is gameplay. It almost looks like a trailer. There is no fucking way she's going to be this detailed and fluid and smooth. I don't believe in.
so good. The way Ciri's hands move when holding a coin, it was all just a
Aw,
tech
no.
demo in the end. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Look, okay, I don't want to be a downer, all right? This isn't the first time we've seen a tech demo for a game. However, the fact that CD Projekt Red and the game's media were pushing this initially not as a tech demo, but as a real tangible first look at how Witcher 4 would look has left people, well, soured to say the least. I kind of had a feeling this wasn't legit because firstly, Ciri looks, how do I put this?
Hot. I know. Fuckable. 10 out of 10 would. Yeah. Yeah. Old? She does not look old. What the fuck? She looks hot.
She doesn't look current gen. Does that make sense to you? Like she looks uncannily almost CGI trailer
Yeah, you see, he says the same thing that I said, that she looks so good that it looks more like a CGI trailer. Yeah, I feel the same way. I like when you play a game and you have your characters, you have almost like this weird quality to it that you can just like, you know, you can like spin it around and you can see it from like every angle, and this one doesn't look like you can spin the camera. It feels like this is just like rendered from one angle and that's it, and that's all you see, and it's more like a flat image rather than a 3D something, you know?
to you. Like she looks
Mike.
uncannily almost CGI trailer looking. She looks so detailed, it doesn't feel like it could be in a game. Well, now we know that is exactly the case here too, but you know what I mean. Again,
She's so detailed, we can see the pores and the wrinkles on her face, and everyone knows that hagmaxing is so important when it comes to game performance.
not crapping on CD Projekt Red because I know someone will think that I am. It's just can we stop doing this, guys? Can we stop making promises to players when it's so evident you're not going to be able to reach what you're showing them?
Player.
Like, I get it. Sure, you want to excite people, and especially by
She's hot though. She has cute freckles. I swear she didn't have the freckles on the previous picture. Like, her face was like smooth. And now she has cute little freckles. They cutified her.
showing footage like they did here, it will entice the investors with the heavy pockets to want to give you money so you can have more resources. Look, I get it. I really do. But all my
Like, come on, look at this. Look at this. Now, look me deep in the eye and tell me that they really didn't touch it. Like, come on. She looks so different compared to what it was. Yeah, she's completely uwu now. Like, compared to that, it's like, this is Ciri. This is Ciri's mother who wants to talk to you. Or, you know. I don't know, man. Like, listen, they can tell me as much as they want that they didn't change it, but they definitely changed something. I'm not saying that they remodeled her entire face, but I feel like that they probably did something. Ciri's grandma Clementine. Yeah, could be.
All my initial excitement for Witcher 4 has yet again been kinda drop-kicked in the head with all of this now. I mean, CDPR hasn't only done this once.
You say you don't see the difference, but you have to understand that you're a man. And if I would put a jar of mayo in front of your yogurt that you're trying to find in the fridge, you would not find it. So it's nothing personal. I'm just saying that, you know.
Like I said, they did this so obviously with Cyberpunk 2077 too. Forget how the game looks now. Go compare how the trailers looked for Cyberpunk around 2020 versus when the game launched on PS4, Xbox One, and PC at the time. This was the moment that many players obviously lost trust in.
What do you mean? This is the same thing. This is literally the same. Yeah, look at that. She's like vibing. Oh my god, look at the guitar. Yeah.
Players obviously lost trust in.
It's the same picture.
CDPR because they actively lied to them about selling a product and profited from it. For a good example of this, when Cyberpunk released and it was bad and it ran like crap, there was a lot of finger pointing that was just going around at that time. You had articles like this 2 years after the Cyberpunk fiasco from Forbes saying, report claims that Cyberpunk 2077 bugs weren't caught because a QA company lied to CD Projekt Red. So, allegedly,
yeah, definitely. And no one else in the company knew. Those pesky little companies who keep lying about this.
2 years after CDPR went through what they did with Cyberpunk, eventually the blame.
Is that normal for a car to want to escape so hard that they are just like breaking into? Yeah, no, yeah.
The blame was shifted onto a contract company named Quantic Lab. According to what upper echelon gamers
it's you driving.
It is me.
YouTuber who broke this story back then said, according to a.
Can I just say that I will forever not forgive Cyberpunk? That as a female V, I'm not allowed to tap Panem? Are you telling me that in the future, not every woman is bisexual at least? That's the most unrealistic part about it. Like, what the fuck, man? She had such a fat ass. Like, Judy is very nice and everything, but Jesus Christ, Panem's fat ass.
A 72-page document, which I will not bore us both by reading all of it, of course, but to summarize it, Quantic Lab, which QA'd Cyberpunk, lied to CDPR, allegedly, about the size of their staff in order to keep the contract on the game because they needed the money. They also lied saying that they were full of senior staff members who specialized in bugs and QA, when in actuality, they were just junior staff at best. And
they literally like lied on the resume. It's like, yeah, we can do it. We can. Yeah. We couldn't do it. Jesus Christ.
Apparently, Quantic sent daily reports to CDPR of thousands of bugs that they were mostly nothing and failed to actually report on the real issues in the game. So why I'm bringing this up is simple. It's that companies usually aren't very forthcoming with how things go within their operations.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that people are lying to me on the internet? Hoping that I will spend probably $100 on their upcoming game, pre-order it for like goodies, and they will just let me down? No, this can't be. No, who is this? Who is this man to tell me the truth so bluntly? No, $100? Is this the game on a deal? You think that The Witcher 4 is going to be more expensive than $100? No, surely not, right? Mayhaps? Nah, I don't know. Now you put the fear into me.
And especially when things go horribly bad, fingers start getting pointed. I mean, you can even go look up the original trailer's gameplay, I mean, not CGI, for Witcher 3, and then compare it to the game. Even then, what CDPR showed was not exactly what people got. It actually reminded me a lot of the Watch Dogs E3 demo when I saw Witcher 4. Remember when Ubisoft showed that off and everyone lost their collective minds about it? Everyone went, oh my god, this is it. This is going to be the GTA killer. The industry has finally done it, people. Look how incredible the lighting effects are and the vehicle damage. Wow, Watch Dogs is so amazing. This then led to Ubisoft having to admit publicly to everyone that the Watch Dogs E3 trailer was also a tech demo and not the real game. And we know that because the collective disappointment from players when Watch Dogs released for real was, what the hell is even this? And why does it look terrible compared to that amazing trailer that you guys showed, and that's why they all bought the game for in the first place?
Can I ask something that is a very dumbass question? Why is it that the game can do certain things in a tech demo, but it cannot do it in like the actual game? Like, it's already programmed and put inside, so why can't they just like yoink it and put it in? Because the engine doesn't do it. They can let it render slowly. They literally make a video. So it's not actually a gameplay. They just like kind of like cheat it out or something. It's like in the game, but like, I don't know.
It's pre-rendered most likely.
Ah, I see. Well then, yes, you're right. It's useless. Hey, Creepy.
Get punched, nerd.
It even led to IGN all the way back in 2014, mind you. That's 11 years ago. My god, with this article titled, "Are E3 demos intentionally deceptive?" And the answer to that is yes, absolutely they are. I find these trailers to always be too good to be true, and that's exactly what's happening right now with Witcher 4. It just proves that this industry, time and again, is just a flat circle. They loop, they keep doing the same things over and over again.
Bro, it's such a shame because it does look good.
Tech demo equipment are more powerful than the consoles.
Ah, I see.
Now when I look at this Witcher 4 first look, I don't really feel impressed now because none of it is real. And by real, I mean it won't be like this in the retail version when you buy it. I raise an eyebrow, especially during the part of the tech demo where Ciri speaks to that black market trader guy by the pier. First of all, that trader's face, I don't know about you guys, but it is insanely detailed. Like way more than you would think a normal random NPC or quest NPC, I guess, that Ciri.
Of course, they modeled him after me. You see the mustache? It's me. Beautiful.
likely talks to like once or twice would be animated like. But what really gave it away for me was how Ciri's facial expressions looked during the scene. Like, look at this. Look how she flips the coin and moves her body during the scene. It almost felt too good to be true. Like, this would be something doable maybe if the game was like 3 hours long, like a Hellblade or something. But for a supposed God knows 80+ hour open world RPG game, unfortunately, that's probably just not going to happen, and that sucks. Maybe CDPR will keep this moment in-game and try to render it in the engine, but generally speaking, I would wager that most NPCs will just stand like most NPCs do in games, and sure, they could look better, at least I hope so, but the reality is that video games are very expensive to make, and there's no way that Witcher 4 isn't costing at least, I don't know, maybe $300 million plus. I would be shocked if it was even less than that.
300 millions plus, holy shit. How much does it go away for like corruption and lying and like paying out the big buck to the CEOs?
Because now you're again setting up players for this amazing reveal that looked way too good to be true. And you know that you can reach that. And looking at comments of people finding out that it's a tech demo over actual gameplay, I mean, it tells you everything. Like Kada here, who said, just killed all the goodwill they were getting. It really is just this. Because now people aren't going to look at your new showcase and go, wow, Witcher 4 is going to look like this? That's insane. They would be developing this game for like 10+ years if they managed to hit this quality bar consistently, especially if this game is like 80+ hours long, and I frankly don't think that CDPR is going to do that. Of course, you also had
When is The Witcher 4 supposed to come out? Like, did they even mention release day? I feel like it's so far into the future that they can just like start it from scratch at this point. 2080, yeah. I just don't think it's happening anytime soon.
idiots in the comments saying stuff like this. Don't think it will hurt The Witcher 4 if it's stable on release. Downgrades should be expected. Great. We're already having apologists coming to CDPR's defense to defend them. Leave the multi-million-dollar company alone, they say. Look, I get the flack for calling out the industry, but it has to be said, man. Stop lying to people. You know it's not good to look this way. Like this user who said, wow, and then when it's fake. Yes, exactly this. It's just not a good look, guys. I'm telling you, the only reason they did this was to drum up hype and hopefully pull in more investors. And I mean, okay, makes sense. It'll work probably, but unfortunately, this is just how AAA is. It's not just CDPR, and just proves time and again that they just, as an industry, man, just have to stop doing this. Let's just call it what it is. It's false advertising.
Nah, I believe they are going to watch it. They are going to be launching it, and it will be flawless. Everyone is going to lose their marbles. CD Projekt Red will become the #1 game developers. Everyone will be loving it. There will be no criticisms. It will be running like a dream. No bugs whatsoever. Oh yeah, must be true. Must be true. You will see. You will see. I believe it. I will pre-order it like 10 times just to make sure.
I prefer it when games just use actual in-game footage to promote their games. A good, more recent example maybe? Go look at Final Fantasy XVI. The trailers for that game, even when it was first initially revealed, were in-engine and they were pulled from the game. Every scene in any trailer was something that tangibly happened in that game when you bought a copy. So there was zero lying on display there. Even the fight in the beginning of 16 when, Shiva and Titan are duking it out on the battlefield. That is in the game, just as it was in the trailer. That's how you should market your game, because then you're not going to be called liars or deceivers. But CDPR has done this not once, but like what?
Gonna stream The Witcher 4? Bro, dude, it's so far into the future. Who the fuck knows where we will be? It's just impossible. That's why I was actually shocked that Silent Hill F is already coming out. Because I just started to see the trailers like not that long ago. Like a year ago? Maybe they dropped the first trailer. And now there was something, was it the E3 where they showed another one? Or was it like the... It might have been E3. I don't know, I was watching it. And I was like, oh shit, it's already coming out in this September?
3 times at least now? And the other problem is apparently
Yes,
the
I
Unreal Engine
promise.
5 is giving them trouble if
I
rumors are
promise.
to be believed too. So here's Daniel Vavra. He's the director of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and here's him talking about Unreal Engine, especially the 5th iteration, which is what Witcher 4 is running on, by the way, and how, from what he heard internally, CDPR is
damn.
pulling their hair out and having a really hard time making anything work in that engine. Hopefully, this clip that I'm about to show you doesn't get copyrighted, so here, please watch.
Mě by zajímalo, proč jste vybrali CryEngine si vlastně vůbec.
Protože v té době nic jiného to neutáhlo takhle.
Unreal nebyl ještě jako...
A on teda ve skutečnosti Unreal to neutáhlo.
I like it that the blonde girl is just like cozied up in like that blanket thingy and she's just vibing in between the developers. It's like, this is fine. I am comfy. I'm just listening.
A ne, teďka, jako to vypadá. Jako já jsem se bavil s borcema, co dělají Witchera. A nebo ze studií, co prostě se teďka snaží dělat nějaký open world hry prostě na Unrealu, protože na Unrealu jako vlastně
Unreal
žádný
nejde
open world hry
všechno,
moc.
What was the subtitle here? The red shirt guy says something unhearable. I read unbearable. I was like, what?
Vlastně žádný open world hry moc.
Teď, jo.
No právě, že to není úplně pravda, že jo. Všechny ty velké hry mají vlastní enginy, jako že Assassin's Creed a všechno je na vlastních
Assassin's Creed, also an amazing game that totally didn't definitely flop. Because, I mean, to be fair, they didn't flop, I want to say because of the performance, but then again, the gameplay was absolute shite, so it was a little mix of everything.
enginech. A teďka prostě CD Projekt jako přešel na Unreal, přičemž měli vlastně podle mě dobrý vlastní engine.
Bro, I wanted to buy Assassin's Creed so bad. Like, I was so hyped for it that it's going to be in Japan. And then the more news came out of it, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah.
No a slyšel jsem takový zvěsti, že teďka jsou z toho dost jako...
Že se neudělal chybu.
No, bavil jsem se s jedním člověkem, jehož jméno nemůžu samozřejmě říct, a říkám mu, tak co Unreal? On říkal, jako super, už tam máme udělaný kus jako nějaký krajiny, a to říkám, no a v open worldu? No to ještě ne. Oznámili to když,
A přitom-
rok, dva zpátky a prostě furt jim to nejde tak,
Ten
jak
Red
jim to jelo
Engine
na ten...
vlastně
Ten je super, jako...
Teďka jak udělali vlastně, vylepšili tu grafiku kvůli těm
This is the worst subtitle I have ever seen in my entire life. It's so fucking hard to read. I am just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are they saying?
konzolím a tak dále. To je fakt nádherný, jak blázen. Takže se mi to extrémně
No, jako že jo, tak jednoznačně, tak jako samozřejmě v tom Unrealu máš obrovský tým, který má strašně moc prachu, že jo, a každá píčovina tam jako může na to nasadit
That
10
woman
lidí, že
is
to budou
just
dělat.
chilling there and asking herself what she is doing with her life.
Yeah, honestly, she's there as like, you know, like a moral booster. Like, look at it. It's a sausage fest, right? Like, there is like one burly dude, second burly dude, third burly dude. There's why are they all so? They are game developers. Why are they so muscly? Where are the skinny nerds with the glasses? These are all so manly, man. Holy shit. Hey, Raccoon.
Ale vlastně
They're all men.
jejich dlouhodobý problém si myslím je, že jako vždycky jako něco ukážou, ono to vypadá strašně super a pak když to chceš použít, tak zjistíš, že to
Oh
je
my god, this is a very fucking long thing. I'm not listening to all of this. I understand. I'm sorry. I have a hard time keeping up with it. Yeah.
Trailer vyšel, že
No.
to vypadá tak krásně.
Sice to už 6 let mělo být, ale,
Jako jo,
ale prostě,
no, ale...
jo, prostě ale
It's okay. The girl was cute. If she wouldn't have the microphone into her face, maybe I would have watched it longer, but no.
Still in the video, hopefully, but based on that clip you hopefully just saw, Daniel Vavras just says it how it is from a game
Working
development
in the gym is a part of video game developing.
Oh, I didn't know.
standpoint, which is that from what he's been told internally about Witcher 4 is that it doesn't really work with Unreal
Nice.
Engine 5, at least when he was told about it. They couldn't render open world environments or anything. Maybe now they can, I hope anyway. And my guess
It's fine. I mean, you can make an open world without rendering the open world. I believe in it. It's fine. A little bit of shortcuts. We will make it happen.
could be slicing the open
Surely.
world into smaller segments perhaps could work so that the engine doesn't explode and die instantly upon turning it on. Because even in the area they showed in the tech demo, Ciri is shown walking in a straight line early on and then rides the horse in a fairly straight line too. Once she reaches the town that she goes into, we see dense amounts of people, which looks good. But again, it's a tech demo. We can't take this at face value to assume that this fishing village will be this densely populated when the game comes out. And look, I'm not trying to
No, I already see it. Like, they are going to be here. So this guy is going to glitch out. This guy will be T-posing. This person will lose the textures and will have no face. And the clothes are going to be all glitchy. And yeah, it's going to be really good.
say I want Witcher 4 to fail. God, no, I love The Witcher, and I hope I'm wrong about all of this. I really do. I really hope they manage to nail this, because from what they showed, it looks really nice, but the possibility is that Witcher 4 could maybe do smaller zone maps instead, more like Witcher 2. That would be a good comparison. I'd be fine with that. Because a reminder that Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 were made on the Red engine, which like Daniel Vavra said in that clip that you just saw, it was a good engine, and I mean it is. Witcher 3 runs great on it, so does Cyberpunk. Well, now anyways. But he also brought up in the point how many open world games don't really use Unreal Engine 5 because it's not necessarily built for that sort of game. He brought up Assassin's Creed. Basically every game in that series, if you didn't know, has been made on the Anvil engine. Another great
Just look at the graphics, man. Isn't it crazy that you're always promised this like high quality 4K experience with beautiful animation and it's just like, yeah. Stare.
great example of how an engine can be a nightmare is the Frostbite engine. Electronic Arts owns that one, and they mostly use it for their Battlefield games and racing games, although places like BioWare were also forced to use it for their games, namely Anthem and Dragon Age Inquisition. And it didn't work the
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Anthem. Is that even still alive? Doesn't anyone still play it? Jesus Christ. There was so much talk about it and then they just like poofed. Holy shit.
way that BioWare wanted, but they were forced to use
It died less than 3 months. What the fuck? Oh my god.
it because EA didn't want to pay licensing fees to another company's engine. But here's
Rest
the
in
thing, right?
pieces.
Think of engines like weapon types in Dark Souls, if you will. Every weapon has a scaling stat. Some scale in strength, some in faith, others in arcane. If your character is built 100% into strength and 0 faith, would it be a better idea to use a
That's a very cute thing. Did you see the little hands wiggling? What is this? Is this Is this Bloodborne or Dark Souls? This is like Dark Souls, isn't it? I wish I'm going to say it. I know I'm going to sound like a fucking retard, but I do wish that Dark Souls wouldn't be that hard. I would love to play it for the world, but I just don't hate myself enough. You know, I am not a good gamer, and I don't hate myself that much. But it would be nice just for the experience.
Would it be a better idea to use a strength weapon scaling with like S or a faith weapon scaling in B? What do you think will do more damage? Obviously, the strength weapon, right? That's engines pretty much. What CDPR has done here is they are not using their Red engine, which they've obviously spec'd into for a really long time, and are now using another engine, this time Unreal. So now they gotta respec their points and change their points around to make sure they can do that well enough too. But this now begs the next question people are wondering, which is simply, why? Why abandon Red Engine for Unreal Engine 5 then? What benefits are
Bro, the fucking limbs were flying. That's so brutal. I love it. They are just like, yep, that's gone. Splattered.
What benefits are there if all of their devs now need to learn an engine they haven't developed games on with the past with? Why do this in the first place? And the answer is actually simple. It's about homogenizing the game development process. Let me explain. You see, the problem before was that every studio had their own engine that they all specialized in. Square Enix has Luminous, which they use on Final Fantasy. Like I said, Ubisoft has Anvil.
Dark Souls is easy if you know how to use your hands.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's the same I could say about your girlfriend's orgasm, that it's easy if you know how to use your hands, but yet here we are, you know, you and I looking at each other awkwardly. So yeah, it's so easy. Just do the right things.
EA has Frostbite, CDPR has Red Engine, so on and so on. This is good because it means everyone at your studio can learn and adapt to your own unique engine and make unique experiences. And you can add or take away things, and you can pretty much do whatever you want because it's your own company's engine. You also didn't have to pay extra fees to use this engine or that. However, with Unreal, which if you want a game that shows the strength of Unreal, simply go look at Fortnite. After all, Epic owns.
I don't want to look at Fortnite. I know it's an objectively great game. I just hate it that it's a fucking bunch of children playing it. It's so obnoxious. It's so cringe. It's so... I think it's actually a good game. Like, you know, gameplay-wise, that it's probably enjoyable. I just hate the player.
Joke's on you, I don't have a girlfriend.
Ah, no.
Fortnite and the Unreal Engine, so this is a good comparison. And Fortnite, as we know, it runs well because Epic is familiar with all the iterations of Unreal because they obviously made it. And it has advanced features like Lumen or Nanite, which, by the way, CDPR name drops Nanite in that showcase when they talk about trees in Witcher 4 showcase. And these features allow for more realistic lighting and higher assets to use in-game. However, it's not the meat of the engine that is the most important to not only CDPR, but really everyone else that's using Unreal Engine 5. The point is the accessibility, and this one is key, the fact that if most studios shift to the same engine to make games across the entire industry, then it becomes in theory far easier for studios to hire and transfer devs from other studios at a more rapid pace with far less downtime for learning to make game development smoother. Obviously before, if someone from Ubisoft, let's say, joined CDPR,
I guess he does have a point. Dude, I am so disappointed by game developers lately. I don't know why it became popular to hire people based off of superficial traits instead of their actual skill. And at this point, I'm like afraid to ask. And this is why we get like a bunch of bullshit, because you get all these like actually very bad devs, but they just like fit to a certain criteria. And it's like, oh, it's gonna look good on paper, but also we are losing millions and millions.
They would now have to learn how Red.
You're late to the death hate. Oh, I don't hate them. I lost faith in them, right? Like, I don't care about them. They can do whatever they want.
engine works because they didn't work with that engine, only Anvil, right? But if they're all now on Unreal, well, it's easier, of course. Think of each engine like a language, but then English here is, I guess, the Unreal Engine, if you will. Most of the world can, to some degree, speak English, and it means it makes it easier for all of us to communicate no matter where we're from. That's Unreal Engine, pretty much. Unreal is also open source and allows for modding in games to be easier too. It also has lower cost than other engines, making game development, in theory, cheaper, hopefully. So if everyone works on the same engine, then it should hopefully just speed everything up instead of everyone being masters of all of these obscure engines that nobody else uses. So I understand the reasoning that it all makes sense, but it doesn't help us when it comes back to Witcher 4. Because if what Daniel Vavra said was true, then what we saw of Witcher 4 was not real at all, and we know now that it isn't, so how can we trust it then? The truth is, sadly, we can't.
Wait, hold up. Is that some side booby cleavage I'm spotting? Hello? Fan service in 2025? Can we still afford that? Is it within the budget? Holy shit.
Sadly, we can't, and while this may be good in the long run for speeding up dev time when it comes to learning, it's also going to limit what sort of games can be made in general too, and maybe even make...
Oh, that was Witcher 3? Ah, fuck. Okay, never mind. I was like, oh my god, maybe we will have some... No, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Who am I? I know attractive women are not allowed in game news media anymore.
them less unique because all these other engines were good at different things, you know? That's kind of a big problem to think about it too, but anyways. Because now if every studio, or most of them, are using Unreal Engine 5, so too does that mean that the same limitations of what that engine can do will also now become a more common problem across the board for every game developed with that engine. And I mean, even 343 Industries, or Halo Studios as they're now known for, also swapped the Halo franchise to Unreal Engine 5 going forward, so as you can see, a lot of people are doing it. I then decided to look into the drawbacks of Unreal Engine 5, since if so many people are now using it, might as well know what the issues are about it too, right? So, according to what I can find,
wasn't like one of the bad sides of Unreal that everything built in Unreal looks very much the samey? That you can just like spot it immediately.
I also think AAA is super bloated, like too many people for a game.
Burrito.
Diablo 4 had over 9,000 employees for that game. They had a consulting for another consultant. While games with a team less than 100 people make better games.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really play AAA games. Right? Like, the only thing I am willing to tap into is like horror games. Like, I did play Resident Evil and I did play Silent Hill. But other than that, I don't... They always let me down. Always, always. And they are so expensive.
Online, hopefully it's true, but Unreal Engine 5 has a tendency to not work well with lower end hardware. So if you have a bad PC, you're in for a horrible time when these games inevitably come out. There's also the fact that you will pay royalties to Epic for using their engine, which I'm sure is just...
Wait, Epic owns Unreal? Oh no. I will never forgive Epic for Fortnite. That fucking ruined my entire life.
It's gonna make Epic billions considering this. The actual royalty percent is 5%, by the way, so Epic is gonna make...
Bro, you're late! I know! I didn't know. I just really hate. The only reason why I have an Epic account because I wanted to play Alan Wake. And it was like an Epic exclusive thing. I am all for Steam. That's where I keep all of my shit.
5% of whatever Witcher 4 does. Another issue is game file sizes. Games made with Unreal Engine 5 usually result in larger than usual game file sizes. And now this can impact two key parts of not just PC but consoles too, and being the storage space required for these games, just due to the sheer size of how big they are, you know, due to the high quality assets and secondary, and this is key too, it also affects loading times. Loading times are worse in Unreal Engine 5 games. It is just what it is, unfortunately, and the engine also has a steep learning curve and takes usually a long time for someone to become proficient in Unreal, which won't be too much of an issue, I guess, if everyone just learns from the get-go. Other issues include iteration times, which means changing code is very consuming and may also need reboots. The blueprint systems, which are used for visual scripting, are binary, so it becomes harder to make these changes using the control systems of Unreal. There has also been a complaint that Unreal Engine has a lack of documentation libraries, which is probably something they should fix in Unreal Engine 5.
Oh no, I want 8K textures, but also that my game is only 40. Do people still care about how much space a game takes up? Like, unless you play on Nintendo or the PlayStation, I don't think it matters. Especially on PC. Like, I have so much memory, I don't know what the fuck should I do with it. You care? Why do you care? Yeah, if it takes 500 gigs. I mean, surely it wouldn't take 500, but, you know, now you can get just so much space that, like, you're done for life.
Like most engines, are also prone to bugs and crashes, but I mean, that's every engine until things are optimized, of course. You also have shader compiling, and startup times are also...
Ever played COD? No. No. COD is Call of Duty is 55 gigabytes? I'm sorry, but isn't COD just like pew pew pew? Pew 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 pew? The fuck does it need for 250 gigs? Holy shit.
time consuming, but the point is that the engine is not without its own faults. But obviously, the benefits must outweigh the cost for these studios since they're all using it. But I think the major reason why is so studios
If you have a base PS4 with 500 gigabytes, you can't update COD anymore even if it's the only game on the console because it's that big.
Fair enough. Have you considered just not playing COD then?
change developers more frequently and easier. I think personally that's the major part, especially since contractors are very key to making many AAA games these days. Like from what I was told about Ubisoft from insiders, they rely insanely heavily on contract work when making their games, and hey, that would be a lot easier to do if everyone, even the contractors, all worked on the same engine, right? Then beyond this, at least it's good to see that CDPR has also fixed Ciri's face too. She no longer looks...
I bet my left ball sack that they did something to her face. This is not just light. There is something done to her facial anatomy that she looks softer. I swear to God. They will forever deny it because this is kind of like how the Sonic situation. Remember when Sonic came out? Artisty. Yeah, listen, I have the eye for it. There is something that changed. Okay, I see that her cheeks are like softer. Her jawline is less sharp. She has freckles. She has blush on her cheeks that makes her softer and more feminine. And I don't know. I just see the difference. Do you guys remember when the Sonic trailer came out and everyone was just roasting it, how pathetic it looks? And then they went back and then they fixed it because of the bullying. I think this is what happened. They made very cute, subtle changes to it. And now they're, no, we didn't change it. No. But now everyone is like, oh yeah, she's kind of hot.
Looks like she's been stung by bees, but now looks more in line with her face from Witcher 3. But again, it's a vertical slice, so either way, I really wouldn't get my hopes up too high right now. And it's also just eye-roll worthy to see CDPR.
It's so good. I actually wish they would admit that they are listening to the players, but I don't think so. I think they are very vehemently denying it, which is like, we want the game to sell, so we are doing it, but we will never admit that you were right.
As seen here, still doing the Pride logo in June this year.
Good for them. Listen, whatever gets the money in, this is a business decision. If I learned anything, is that companies changing the logos into the Pride flag is literally just about the money. It's so interesting that they like the Doge defunded the DEI department, and now there is like a handful of companies who actually changed it. Like, oh my, I wonder what changed. Do they not love the gays anymore? Oh no, or is it just the funding dried up? Oh no. Yeah, it's literally just business.
Year when so many other companies have already abandoned this slop, and I mean for good reason. But like I said, man, CDPR, they haven't given up on DEI at all, so it doesn't really surprise me. But overall though, from what CDPR showed of Witcher 4, none of it looks like they learned much of anything.
I love the little censorship what he did, like with the black and white so people will not see blood. God.
Yet, if I'm being honest. They're still being deceptive. They're still pushing tech demos as real gameplay for a third time now, and I'm frankly sick of all companies doing this. Look, I hope Witcher 4 is amazing, but this just wasn't the way to do it in my opinion. Just do it like Final Fantasy 16 or others do. Don't show anything until you have it running in-engine showing real actual gameplay. Because the last things we need is more lies and fake hype in the games industry. Because I would have been far more impressed to see Witcher 4 running in-engine for real, then this. But like I said, the game industry is truly like a flat circle, and they just keep doing the same tricks again and again. But now people are finally picking up on it. So again, dear CDPR, if anyone there's watching this, I don't hate you guys. I still want you guys to make great games. Just in the future, criticism where it's due. Maybe don't show us anything if it means it's going to be another tech demo where it won't look like the finished product. Who knows? Maybe it will. If so, amazing. But the likelihood isn't that high, sadly. But what do you
At
think?
least
Let me know in the
Bethesda
comments.
doesn't try to hide bugs. They are actually a feature for them now.
This guy's so wrong. People fall for CGI clips. I think normies do. Like anyone who reads a little bit more Twitter, I think they will know that, oh, okay, if it's a tech demo, then I can't really believe it or anything. Yeah, the normal people, you know, the one who are like, oh my god, I'm a gamer. I play like FIFA and Call of Duty. No offense to Call of Duty players, but like, yeah, those people will not really care about it. Yeah, those are the majority though. Well, the frick those people. Like, who cares about them? Personally, I only fall for CGI if it's AI. If it's AI? What you mean? If it's AI. Hey, Pichu! The fake gamers. Can't believe the fake gamers. Full offense if you're playing a newer COD. Oh no. Dude, I don't want to be like that, but I am so torn on AI. On one hand, how great it would be if it would be able to speed up production of certain things like TV shows and games, but on the other hand, it's like, it's kind of shit and AI is going to take over also. A bunch of people are gonna get fired. So I'm like so torn on it. I don't know where I am. Already have enough games? Nah, man. There could be always. It can't be stopped. Yeah, but like you can kind of shame companies into stopping it, right? Like you can just be like, oh, we are not going to pay you. Also, I am not sure how they can use it commercially because of the rights. Right? Like if AI steals a lot of works and then it pushes out something for you, I feel like that's like, you know, a base for getting a lawsuit. No one cares about copyright? Oh, say that to literally every artist on Twitter. Easy. No one cares about small people copyright. Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair. See Duolingo? I actually have no idea about Duolingo.
Falling for polished imagery, but the game is actually shit. Sounds like the wet dream of every gotcha addict.
Is it? I thought that gotcha addicts just want big tits and whatnot. Companies already suing AI companies for copyrights? Oh, good fucking luck winning it. Like, listen, if... Didn't just Google come out with their... I forgot what it is, like VO3 or something? Good fucking luck suing Google. How? Yeah, the VO3. You cannot take that company down. It's just huge. I remember if AI can't steal, it will fail command. Oh, I don't know that. I love the fact that people are coping that like AI looks bad. Meanwhile, now it comes out and it literally looks perfect. I can't even tell what is AI anymore. I look at it, is it AI? Is it not? There is no mistake on it. I fucking can't tell. I hate it. You know? That was from a big CEO. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of good looking shit. Ah, dude. I hate it. I am so gullible, right? Like, if you're telling me shit, like it was, I'm telling you, that one where they were washing the whale with a fucking tractor on top. And I was like, is this real? And I was like, couldn't be retarded. They don't put tractors onto whales to wash the little shells off of it. You know? Yeah, chat, is this real? I need full access to chat 24/7 just so that I can ask you guys whether if it's real or not. It's very important.
Your heart.
Hey, Nidro.